Hello everyone, welcome to a live table reading of a script that was generated by an AI based on the oh-so-popular video game Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And it was about as chaotic as you might think it could be. Besides myself, hi, hello, I'm Maria, aka Happy Capster. I was joined by a fantastic group of individuals. We had Dave from the Mythos Mystery Society. We also had John Downey, at Real John Downey, also part of the Outlaws Network. We have Red, aka Mischievous Red, who is also part of Huntsman's Hydra. We also had Zachary20XX, and we had Mer Metal Bard, and Syrup from Waffles Maple Syrup, who is also Ravika Syrup on Twitter. And yeah, it was a good time. And I'll let us introduce our characters and, well, enjoy. Syrup, who are you going to be playing today?
Oh, well, Dr. I'm going to go bottom up. Dr. Wartop, Teddy Woodbury, Dark Nebula, Time Master, Shadowman 250, Shadowman 450, Maria. I'll be playing Maria.
Somebody has to.
Gun Soldier, Knight of Shadows, and then Knuckles.
And then, of course, Knuckles. Fantastic.
I know one of those characters, and it's Maria.
Yeah, should I clarify that, like, I know, like, this much of Shadow the Hedgehog?
You can. Here's the thing. Here's the great thing about this, though. You can know this much of Shadow the Hedgehog, or Sonic the Hedgehog, or anything.
It's Shadow.
You don't need to know.
I don't know anything about Sonic. I know a lot about
I didn't mean
Shadow.
to say that.
You don't need to be Sonic'd at all. Thank you. I'm excited to see what you can bring to this.
Thoroughly Sonic'd.
I've been minimally
Sonic.
Sonic.
Oh no.
I've been exposed to a
Sonic
little
all over the
Sonic.
chat.
I was excited to
believe
get
I
Sonic
said
for the
that.
first time here.
Live on the
Nasha, why don't
internet.
you
Live on
listen?
stream.
Wait, why don't you just save us from everything that's happening right now and tell us who you're going to be playing today?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. From the bottom of the list to the top, which I presume is in order of appearance, is Kai, Sophia, Shadowman 2 through 3, Shadowman 1 and 50, Shadowman without a number, as well as
Yo,
Pan
gee.
and
Shadowman Prime.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Excellent.
Chili Dog.
Excellent. I'm so excited to see all of the chaos you're bringing to all of those roles. Zach!
Bottom up, it is. I will be playing, in order of weirdest to best, I'll be playing Wario, multiple healers, Tails, miles per hour, Shadowman 22, Shadowman 150, Woman/Shadow Princess, Alien, Captain, and of course the Master Emerald.
Of course, you got to get the Master Emerald in there. Listen, can't have it without the Master Emerald. Dave! The one and only.
That's me. I'm gonna be playing Shadowman 2 through 3, Shadowman 1 through 3, Nightmare Man, and Shadow, the Hedgehog himself.
Yes. Excellent. My time is almost up, and if anybody wants to rectify that, you absolutely can.
Exit
Otherwise,
cowards. Let
Carrot-
us finish
in the
this.
middle.
Thank you,
Oh,
Carrick.
shit.
Bless
Jesus
you. Thank you,
Christ.
Carrick.
You're not a coward. You'll give us enough time to
Oh
get
my
through all of this.
Thank you, Carrick.
Well
Next.
done. Well
Who's
done,
next? Who's next?
That's
Red's
me.
next. Thank you.
Carrick.
Red is next.
Okay, I am Toad, Amy, Shawnee Birdman, Shadowman 250, Shadowman 450, Robot, Gun Officer, Reporter in English. It's Rouge, right? It's not
Yeah.
Rogue, it's Rouge.
Yes, but if you read it rogue, it's fine.
Okay.
Spelled okay.
And then speakers, woman.
It'll be color coded because we're
Yes.
both Shadow Men.
Correct. Yes. So
Okay.
you can see the. If you cannot read the colors here, I'm so sorry, but there are colors. Everyone here is highlighted in the colors you will be appearing in the script.
I want to know what the mystery between some of them being a number through a number and then others having a comma in between.
yeah.
All things shall be
The dashes
revealed
and the
in
commas.
times, my friend.
We're gonna bust this thing wide open.
Wide open. And then, of course, John, if you could please.
All right, bottom to top. I'm playing Male, M-A-L-E, Male. Sam, Polar Star, Shadowman 2-2, Shadowman 1-3, Soldier, and Eggman / Dr. Meepiel / Dr. / Egg Morden.
I did check. They are all the same person. The script just changes the name 1,000 times. So
Yes, which is perfect and
I
probably
expect
not
nothing
confusing
less.
at all.
As it should.
It's
I think
highlighted.
it's because Sonic keeps nicknaming him.
I'm pretty sure it's because Dr. Eggman is an Elden Ring character.
Right?
Ah, you
That
got it.
too.
You got it. All right.
Take
so
two pot boys and
yeah.
You did it.
PT
You've done it.
Claire over here.
Okay, so let me do a little bit of rearranging so that things are not underneath other things. Did I do it?
How screwed would it be if Maria then revealed there is no actual script?
There's no, this is an
Oh.
improv. This is
Oh.
improv the entire time.
Friends we met
Nice.
along the
Yeah.
way.
Murdered.
Yep.
I would make it worse.
I think you're correct. Okay,
Where's being contained right now?
so now
Smack
let
my
me
microphone.
share this with you all before I share it with the rest of the class. Here is your script, friends.
Oh.
Let me know if you
The-
cannot read it.
Mur,
Oh,
did
no.
you see the call to have your volume bump?
Oh, I bumped it up a little bit.
No,
Oh, you
I
did.
didn't.
Okay.
I got it. Yeah. If it's still, there's a
Yeah,
little
I think
bit to go.
Maria has my volume down naturally because
Just read my first line.
I'm loud.
You're a loud person. Yeah, okay, so y'all read all the names from bottom to top, which is great, except you did it in reverse appearance in order, so that's fine. But you're gonna be all those people anyway. All right, friends. Without further ado, are you all ready for this?
No.
Excellent. Well, we're
No.
gonna do it anyway. So
I'm ready.
excellent. Here is Sonic Adventure 2 scripts by OpenAI, starring the 7 of us chuckle fucks.
Lovely.
Within Prison Island, several metal doors are closing shut throughout the base while an alarm blares loudly.
The prison is under attack. It is now mandatory to evacuate.
The prisoners begin to leave the building. A man is seen on a nearby roof looking up at the sky.
The security forces are closing in on us.
Eggman drops down in front of the doors from above and starts firing his weapons at them.
I'm here to secure the perimeter for any future invasion.
The guard starts shouting to try stop him. Eggman then jumps down a shaft. At the level 7 security door, an access panel lights up and the door opens. Eggman steps through, then walks to a terminal with a small holograph of Shadow on it.
The security director is holding a press conference right here now. I want all people in Sector 8 and your assigned terminals to contact the director immediately.
He begins to leave the terminal. A guard is shown approaching Eggman from behind.
Greetings, Director. I'm Dr. Muriel. Do you have any news? Eager to get this information out to the public. I was wondering if you could give me some time to gather information.
Shadow rises out of the top of the pillar and gazes down at Eggman.
No problem, Shadow. I'm here to talk to you about the future of the planet.
So you are aware my plan to create a worldwide network of shadow clones. Eager to understand what your plans are. Well, you've certainly taken the time to consider me when you've been so busy. Eager to listen? Perhaps. My first project would have produced more drones per day than all of humanity makes in 50 years. Now I believe the time has truly struck to create a global shadow army. I am confident that the world will be at your disposal. I am also confident that you will cooperate, because I am not an evil man. I am a scientist who seeks peace, not war. We can solve your war problems easily.
An alarm starts blaring.
Greetings, Professor. I'm Dr. Muriel. What is your current location?
I am currently on the planet Earth. I am on my way home.
Shadow jumps on the rail and flies outside.
Where shall I be going?
He is confronted with Muriel, who tries to shoot Shadow in an attempt to stun him, but Shadow quickly dodges.
I understand. I'm glad you could make it here alive.
He then shoots Shadow in the chest with a tranquilizer gun.
What?
He falls down and hits his head on a table.
You will see.
He turns around to see Shadow lying on the floor.
You will see. Shadow,
He opens his eyes and sees his friends.
I love you.
What a roller coaster.
Cut to. In the desert, Knuckles and Rouge are arguing by the Master Emerald.
If only I had a body to show my loved ones.
But my family is dead and gone. How can I possibly show them how beautiful I truly am?
Eggman flies down and uses a crane attached under his machine to grab the Master Emerald and pull it up.
Eggman, you're supposed to help me.
She screams and flies away.
Hey, I was trying to help.
He jumps off a machine and looks back at the group.
I was thinking, if I helped you get back, you could look pretty good too. This might help some people think about what's really happening with their family when the family doesn't do well in a society with an organized criminal enterprise.
He says something before falling and catching up with Shadow.
They'd probably just hate and pity you as much as I hate people like that.
Trying so hard. You're pathetic, Eggman. If you couldn't save everyone, you'd just do everything on your own and no one would care about you.
I know. And it's not fair to your family. I'm just saying, I'm not making excuses for myself. I'm not blaming them for what they're going through. I'm just saying, I didn't need to save them all. I got to find a way to save myself.
Knuckles jumps up to the Master Emerald and punches it, shattering it into dozens of shards.
Master Emerald? You're not supposed to leave it to that guy.
What?
Why are you making excuses?
Because you can't stop your own stupidity and you have to fight it, Master Emerald. I don't believe the reason you do is because we know it isn't your thing. That's a lie. When the Master Emerald dies, Master Emerald will have been lost and will be all alone.
They fall into a tunnel, leaving only the Master Emerald still in Eggman's grasp.
That's what we're going for? But we don't trust a god of death to keep the earth safe anymore, right?
It's so much better if you don't believe in an atheist.
The Master Emerald's eyes suddenly turn toward Master Emerald, who's holding the Master Emerald.
How I feel about the world. I can't believe I'm going through this anymore. But I can't believe I'm going through this anymore, right?
Knuckles looks up at the Master Emerald, his eyes still open.
I'm gonna fight it, Master Emerald. I'll fight it. I'll fight it. I'll fight it.
Knuckles looks up at the Master Emerald. The hands are pointing at each other, at them, as if they've never been before. He pulls in the Master Emerald and holds himself close. He steps out of the darkness. The Master Emerald holds the Master Emerald and throws his head around. They look through the doorway of the elevator below and are able to hear a roar, just as one of the guards says a new one is coming in as before and has just fallen under the light. Knuckles nods and stares down at a pair of swords.
Oh my. Oh god. Master Energia. Knight. Can they get that magic, Master? Now I'm fighting it again?
As he shakes her hand with his face, Energia gives Knight a shout before walking past.
Oh.
Knight of Shadows then runs with Knight's hand and the red color sitting head which covers both ears. He immediately stops walking and is heard telling several questions about how it is. After several of the question marks, the Master Emerald is finally given its weapon. He then goes towards one of the 3 rooms on level 14 before a wall rises up to reveal Knight of Shadows again. The wall at level 10 is completely white. Knight of Shadows walks up to the Master Emerald and holds it in his hands.
I missed the character switch.
That's okay. So did I. A million times.
This is the Master Emerald.
The Master Emerald is revealed to be a sword. It is a large black sword with a sharp edge. It has a blade with a long blade and a black tip. It has a curved blade that is cut into 2 pieces. The blade is also white. The sword is one of the symbols of Energea's magic.
This sword is used for defeating the evil lord. If you are defeated, you will be cursed with a black sword. You must never use this sword without receiving the blessing of the inertia. Your body will become cold and brittle. Your legs will swell and get crooked. You will grow old and your mind will deteriorate. I'm afraid that is the fate of many, but do you wish to have the blessing of the inertia?
Knight of Shadows holds the Master Emerald in his hands and walks off to a room on level 18. The Master Emerald is revealed to be a golden ruby with 2 blue jewels at the bottom. The crystal of Energia's blood glows softly after a great fight, slowly fading into blue fire.
The true strength of my mind belongs only to me alone. This body cannot carry my mind to the next stage. Therefore, I request the sacrifice of the next Master Emerald, and I will begin to control my own life as we were commanded of. I cannot accept your death, but your gift does offer more happiness, and you are worthy of such love as the greatest in the kingdom. Be assured of this now, but for many lifetimes you shall be known as the Master Emerald. I will not ask you for another Master Emerald, as I have already done what is required.
Yep.
Good.
I know what I just read.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good. Sometimes you just gotta cross your eyes and just let it happen.
I don't read ahead, I just read.
I just read. Correct. Above the capital city, 1327. Above the capital city, from a gun helicopter. From the helicopter.
Captain, there are a few casualties at this place. Captain, we can see the entire city below us. We must evacuate.
The soldier lands the helicopter in the middle of the city and drops the soldiers out of the plane. There are 2 survivors from the helicopter.
They're all alive! They're all alive!
A soldier climbs a tall ladder and enters the building through a large door. The door swings open and the soldier runs inside.
Who are you?
The soldier looks around the room and sees a large number of people.
Who are you? Who are you?
The soldier continues running around the room and sees a woman running away from the building.
Wait, who are you? Who are you?
The soldier continues running around the room, only to find the woman dead under some debris. Debris? She seems to have fallen into a large pool of water.
What are you doing? You've got your sword down here and your weapon is gone.
Hops on top of a helicopter and rips off a large piece of metal.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Jumps off the helicopter and spins into the city while on the metal board.
Squeak, squeak, squeak this way. Oh shit, squeak, squeak.
Sonic spins around and lands on the ground. He looks around and sees the city in ruins. The helicopter flies away and Sonic walks around the city that appears to be destroyed with parts of buildings scattered around.
What's that?
Sonic turns to see the remains of the helicopter and debris with large flames. Sonic goes towards the helicopters.
Hey, where is they? Where? What is this?
Sonic lands on top of an apartment building near a group of refugees. They stare and stare after him.
Dear Jesus, are you okay?
The captain walks towards Sonic.
What are you doing here?
What's wrong? Captain, are you okay?
Captain runs towards the refugees who stare at him, but he ignores their stares.
Get on a plane!
Sonic leaves the refugees behind and they quickly take to the plane, leaving a small number of survivors behind, and Sonic looks at one last refugee before boarding.
Yeah!
Captain rushes to see him off.
Oh, who are you? Where are you going? I can't believe you're flying your chopper.
This plane is too small. We're so glad to see you. You were really helpful during the last raid.
Yeah, I know we've been through something together.
Eggman enters into a room with a warp device that leads to the Ark.
Hey, you guys ready? What if anything happens? We can always take you with us. We're not here for anyone else, okay? Let me go. Hey!
Eggman pushes a few buttons on the terminal, staring up at a live news report.
And as expected, the invasion has begun. Reporters are reporting that the Ark is being attacked by a mysterious alien race. Reporters are reporting that they have captured multiple alien warships that are being used to fire upon human ships. Reporters are reporting that the invaders have started deploying nuclear warheads into orbit, threatening Earth.
Wait, we've been over this. There is absolutely no aliens.
Where is the Ark? This Ark is the first human invasion in over 1,000 years.
What? Reporters are reporting that there's an alien fleet attacking us. What are you talking about?
Shadow stands on a high suspension bridge overlooking the swarming police units below.
Well, there was no alien attack.
Shadow begins to have a flashback of the Ark 50 years ago.
The Ark. Shadow, look up.
Yes, sir. There are aliens again. I know you can see.
Shadow and Maria runs through the hall of the Ark, both panting heavily from exhaustion and panic. In the research facility, Maria is about to die and leans onto a computer terminal for support and standing.
Oh, God!
A capsule closes down over Shadow.
Maria's dying! Please, no! We've got to save her! You gotta! Please. The ship is going to explode! There goes everyone inside! When it's the Shadow just loses shit.
It worked in the movies. It worked for Star Wars. You did an awful job on us the first time around.
It's what I said. I said that we should have been more careful.
Maria is lying on the floor, dying.
Maria! Maria! Maria!
I just met a girl.
Shadow and Maria run through the halls of the Ark. Suddenly,
Wait.
yeah. Suddenly,
I'm alive.
suddenly, the alien ships move away as Shadow turns around, revealing to everyone an alien face.
You okay there?
The doors of an alien ship.
Yes, Master Shadow of the Galaxy, it has been a long, dark day. We know from the photos of the lights that there are no humans inside, and yet, the light and the human face and everything about their world, the alien ship is going to explode.
Shadow and Maria run through the halls of the Ark. Suddenly, the alien ships move away as Shadow turns around, revealing to everyone an alien face.
Where are the alien ships? I don't know.
I don't think these people are aliens. They are our enemies. I mean, what do we have to do? I mean, the people that were created and have been destroyed from that world all over the world.
All we can do is just destroy the alien ship. That have worked just so well for them. They just go into the other galaxy and make that giant alien planet a giant monster and get rid of them. But we're just in for nothing now. We had 1 million ships that could make it out on Earth. We had a whole different planet called Redwood Island. The planets were created to have massive, very, very strange beings that would fly into space. They would do whatever was necessary to do something with that planet. That was the way that they'd done it if it wasn't a simple operation, but it was simple in this universe. Now, then I realized it worked like this. The aliens created a giant planet to live in, and then I got a huge spaceship that would fly in for thousands of years. It just wouldn't be the only thing that they could do.
I think the aliens were created because they were aliens, and the aliens didn't want to be destroyed. And then they realized that they were created because they were aliens. And then I realized that they were created because they were aliens. And then they had been killed. The ship was completely blown up like the bomb. They destroyed this whole Earth because it was made to fit into the alien space that we can create here that they can send over. So this wasn't a very popular round because they probably would find someone. The rest of the Earth was destroyed. What's strange about a robot being created? So in the movie, that's about 2 aliens that, to be honest, got taken up from the planet Earth to try to build an empire. And the thing is, it's really not something I'm surprised at for the fans. But then it got mentioned to my satisfaction because it happened that day for a reason. One of his guys has this big truck that has 4 or 5 people in here, but that gets moved by robots. This gets thrown right out in one episode. So this happens in the first time when our friends get shot. Then it happens again in episode 11. And they say in 1 minute what time that happened as actual shooting because the whole planet was being blown up by a robot. And there have also gotten several things where this little guy gets blown up before the story's really going on, because then the show will be over, but you can never have 100% assurance that it actually goes in a good direction. If you were really invested in these characters and this sort of concept, which has been around for a long time, then I was glad there had gone so many people for so long.
Like learning
There you
English
have it.
as a second language from like Reddit rants about Sonic.
The rumor comes out. Does Shadow the Hedgehog is gay?
Shadow is ejected from the colony. The flashback
This is
ends.
pretty much on par with Thisbe's speech from Midsummer Night's Dream that I did in high school. So yeah, it's pretty much just as legislative.
I'll give you a hero point for that. Like,
I just like how Shadow just goes on a rant about a show. Just like, well, anyway, in episode
Some show he
11.
Halfway through it, I was like, oh, he's just describing.
It's a metaphor for how aliens could exist given TV logic.
Yeah.
I'm lost the plot a little.
Shadow is ejected from the colony. The flashback ends.
My
Oh, we were
mother's
still in
name.
flashback.
Yeah, that flashback is done.
That was
Now Maria
Oh
is
my
dying
God.
and Shadow is somewhere.
She's running. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dying
All right.
and
I don't know.
dying
I don't know
both
where we
going
are
up.
anymore. I think we're on the Ark station.
I'll tell you where we are. My mother's name is Margaret Sibley from New Orleans. I got kicked out of boarding high on this one because there was some sort of issue that got the word out.
Hansen looks up.
Shadow? Shadow!
Yeah, I think you're right.
What about that guy?
Yeah, it was a robot that could speak English. A robot that could talk, and it was named Shadow.
You're the one who was kicked out of boarding school?
Yes.
Gestures around the cafeteria.
Yeah, Shadow sits in a small box where they send students. There's some kind of science project. It was one of the. It is the one where the kids learn programming by watching movies, and writing program fragments from video games.
Shadow tosses the emerald into the air.
It had wings like those flying machines.
Catching the emerald, a green light envelops Shadow. He is pulled across the area at an incredible speed, flying directly past Sonic, who's running at a speed equal to Shadow's flight. Shadow lands on a roof as Sonic skids to a stop and turns around. Fun fact, I know exactly what cutscene that is from in Sonic Adventure 2, and there is
me
it is
too.
nothing like that.
So you've learned programming?
Really isn't anything different, really. It just feels much faster. That's why it looks like a robot.
You're an advanced robot, so why are you using computers instead of your usual programming?
The two programs share functions. You put out commands on a computer screen, and you answer using the program. The computers tell you exactly how that should be done using their code. Then the computer does your work.
Shifting his attention from Sonic up to Professor Juniper.
You know, who's been here
Who's been there the whole time.
The program will actually do it. There isn't any computer input at all. There must be something deeper. So far, none of you really know what makes this all better. Just programming. Why we learn better and smarter every week of school. But what is programming? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Sorry. Is Professor Juniper a character in Sonic, or is this the Pokemon Professor Juniper?
I
Probably.
wish I could tell you one way or the other. I can't,
there
for
a
legal
difference?
reasons, I cannot tell you until the
Good.
end of the show.
I'm thrilled.
The emerald lands behind Dr. Eggman, who suddenly disappears for half a frame before a blue blast caused all computer functions to be frozen.
Time machine! Time machine! Shadow's voice shakes. The Time Lords have finally stopped programming. And that includes their computers. A perfect symmetry. Who could resist these things now? All of them at an age group now could possibly still get around on your face. Well, that future can easily pass with these machines. We'll save ourselves even greater. So there it has. Time. The emerald goes flying right into the Shadow and sends it plummet on the ledge where all his time was.
It looks perfect. And the emerald. Shadow can use anything we program with, right? Or something even the humans could probably figure out someday? This really just has that magic.
Yes indeed. Shadow looks over at the time machine. He's sure the time machine will find his perfect future, so what should he do?
Well, first he has to take a step back. The future's already here. I'm a time traveler. I can use this.
Time travel! Shadow grabs the emerald.
The emerald lands on top of the time chamber and goes flying off Shadow. Sonic and Shadow watch as the time chamber spins around the room and Shadow starts to spin in circles. The spinning emerald stops after being hit with one of Shadow's attacks. Sonic and Shadow move out of the chamber.
Sonic and I can't let him get away with this.
Shadow is shown spinning in a circle before being hit by Shadow's attack.
What happened? What happened? I saw the emerald in the time chamber spinning around here.
They're real and they're real fast. I saw them as it spun around here.
Shadow shows the time machine to Sonic. Shadow takes off from the time machine.
The time chamber's gonna blow this place up. The Earth isn't gonna be safe. We're all gone.
Sonic and Shadow run off the room.
You're the one who's going to die.
The Time Master throws a time crystal at Shadow, who is thrown back to the time chamber.
This time capsule is gonna explode.
Shadow is thrown back to the time cage.
The chamber's gonna blow up!
Shadow is shown in front of an exploding planet. Aftermath scene. Sonic... Sonic is seen in his own house where he is reading a comic book.
That's the last time I'm gonna see you.
Sonic is seen reading a comic book in the background.
You're gonna die.
That was to Sonic, by the way. Rouge enters the room where Eggman heard the news report.
I'll be back.
What's the matter?
Time chamber blew up. Sonic and the others are dead.
Rouge exits the room. Eggman walks into the control room for the Eclipse Cannon.
Told you not to come here. Eggman's gonna kill me. Eggman!
Eggman looks through a monitor for more information. He walks into another hallway. The device behind Shadow boots up. Angry.
Get your robot butt back here.
Shadow is seen walking towards the control room.
Let's see how many times you can get your robot ass kicked.
Shadow enters the control room of the Eclipse and enters the controls.
There. Looks like we're finally gonna be able to use the Eclipse to beat the boss. All I gotta do is activate the switch with the red symbol below it. The big switch over there's a countdown. And when the count reaches 100%, the boss will open one of the 3 golden doors. The third door is the one with the red symbol.
Eggman walks through the control room.
I've got a plan. I'll use the Eclipse to hit all the doorways simultaneously and open one of those doors and go directly toward that golden door. The reason you didn't tell me was that there were probably multiple entrances. It looks like we are just starting out now, though. If I start in one of the main hallways and follow a few corridors down, then one might still appear out there on the next level.
An image of Eggman appears on the exit screen with a little light above his head.
Don't worry, it's not too hard. You just have to make sure you're going the right way. You can't just follow the red door, or else we'll miss the big boss by a lot.
How am I supposed to know that? What happens if we leave that side door behind me? We might not end up where he is supposed to be.
Don't worry, it's not too hard. After all, it takes one to be able to figure out where he is.
He leaves.
Bye.
Don't worry, it's not too hard. The control room is once again completely devoid of the enemies. However, there is now an enormous amount of doors. As Eggman begins to walk down the corridor, the screen switches to a blue screen that features a small picture of a man in a suit with a hat on his head. The man is wearing a dark suit with a black tie.
The boss!
Eggman, you're not serious.
Don't worry, it's not too hard.
Don't worry, it's not too hard. The screen switches to a black screen with a picture of a woman in a white dress with a red hat on her head and a sword drawn in front of her.
I'm the Shadow Princess, a woman made from a girl's nightmare. I want power. All powers must be ours.
A woman who is a immortal? Who are you? You've got to die.
Scene switches to black and white. All of the objects floating on a water-like sphere, except the camera, seem unaffected by the changing scene and are simply frozen on the screen. Shadow is now standing in front of the frozen sphere and sees a woman in a white dress with a sword drawn in front of her. She is wearing a white mask with the letters EYS on it.
I'm Shadow Princess.
Shadow Princess, you're not real!
I'm not a girl. The past just stopped me at that place.
You're the Shadow Princess?
Of course I am. I'm the Shadow Princess.
The Shadow Princess? You look beautiful on that white mask. Now, you've fallen for me.
Yes, because you saw me on my journey. Just the other day, on that day you were standing at the base of Tower 3. Watch that blue statue in the blue sky turn gray. Now you're looking up to me on that white mask I saw you in.
The image of herself floating above the frozen sphere with black, and above a black line above her, between her body and a giant shield from the impact of air hitting water below it. Shouting from above the frozen sphere.
The Shadow Princess, and I must stop you!
A man enters. He is Shadow Man. Shadow Man stands over the frozen sphere.
The world that the people used in the legend. You said they disappeared forever. How could that truth destroy humanity? To become what this monster had dreamed they should and wanted. I cannot believe that you would do such a thing.
Shadow Man knocks the spear to the ground, with the image of Shadow Princess floating above it.
You are the Shadow Princess. You are the one my family prayed for every day during his travels through time. And when was the last time anyone spoke to you?
Shouting.
Last chance, Shadow Man. How can I lose?
The time. All our futures had been shattered once before. Our fate were written all before. Our ancestors had come across their last days as your people stood side after side. Our futures always seem different in death and darkness after. It reminds us. If it stays, that could make us our dreams. And we, the destiny our families dream about for decades to come. Shadow will know our futures come first before the future we call reality, or nothing in that future lives up their lives to. For today, my fate stands on one condition alone, though to this place in memory, my only regret would only leave the rest be silent. Shadow and his beloved. But they could all live freely outside my time, in their original world, once they became legends amongst the many living people around to the extent I hope for everyone you will be.
The long monologue pieces are absolutely my favorite, because the longer you go, the more it's just words.
Soliloquies.
The soliloquies, absolutely, 1000%. Yes.
Every single
It
one is
works
someone's
better if
brain
you play it
melting.
completely straight.
Yep, correct. On Prison Island, in the middle of the forest.
And Shadow, if not by the Shadow Princess, then by the Shadow Man. In my world, there was a hero called Shadow. I remember him well. He was a young man who lived a simple life and did his best. He was an excellent warrior and hero.
I know, I'm glad you remembered him.
I remember you. Of course.
Shadow Man. Your name is Shadow?
Yes. I'm Shadow Man.
Oh, Shadow Man, you are a legend in my world. It is said that you were the hero that defeated an evil army of monsters known as the Shadow People. Shadow Man, I am Eggman. You are my apprentice. Shadow Man, are you ready to be a hero?
Of course.
Then, Shadow Man, I will show you the way to become a hero. Shadow Man, I will show you how to live your life.
On a ship.
So, Shadow Man, are you ready to become a hero?
That's not that line. Read that again. Go back and read that line
Yes.
again. Hang on.
Are you ready
Nope.
to become...
Nope. Nope. It's you are ready to become a hero.
You are ready to become a hero?
Yes. There
you go.
That feels so hard.
Yeah.
But
No, it's a Sonic fanfiction.
There, we made it! Listen, I gave you that line on purpose. Honestly, I honestly did.
that feels so hard. But I will do my best.
Cutscene of Shadow Man and Eggman talking on a boat.
Now, my friend, don't be discouraged. I know you will.
Yeah!
Ah!
Hey!
Hey! Sketch of Shadow Man and Eggman talking.
You want to become a hero? Then don't be discouraged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow Man, I'll go with you. I just need you to take care of Eggman's son, Dr. Eggman.
Okay then, Amy. I shall keep watch over him.
Cutscene of Shadow Man and Amy. Amy leaves.
Now, Amy, see if you can calm Eggman down. He's acting funny again. He's just had an outburst, but he could easily explain himself. Shadow Man, you're the best. Yeah!
Yeah.
Who is Amy's partner, Shadow Man?
Amy is the best partner I've ever had. We're perfect.
Yeah.
There's your answer
I'm picturing
to
these as DBZ things.
right. Like I.
These are just
Can we take that back from a feeling?
So that's the explanation of why I don't know why there's Shadow Man with some with commas and some with dashes and why there's so many of them. But there they are. That was your answer. All
Well, Shadow
along.
Man 4 and 50.
4,
so
comma
1's 4,
50.
1's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow Man's the best.
Shadow Man is the
Well,
best.
Shadow Man.
And Amy's the
Which
best
one?
partner that they've ever
Must
had.
love Shadow Man.
1156, Prison Island. Nearby airspace. Tails is seen flying over the sea in his tornado.
Oh, the weather here is very good again?
Cutscene of Earth in front of Dark Nebula.
Hello, Tails. I'm the Great Dark Nebula. What an unusual name to call yourself.
Side note, he's reading his polar star. I just wanted to make sure everyone who isn't looking at the screen knows that.
What did you say? Pardon?
You are the greatest of all time, and I am the greatest of all time.
Dark Nebula begins to glow, and Tails is suddenly struck by the power of it.
Hi, I am the Dark Nebula.
I am a great Dark Nebula.
No, that is very harsh of a descriptor. I want it to describe you. You seem quite strong to someone so young.
Dark Nebula then starts spinning, rises up to full height.
I am your ultimate challenge. All you know is how to fight. All you care is what you think. You never listen to reason, and you never compromise.
That's true, but you never had the chance to learn your lesson before I came.
Dark Nebula then turns into a giant cloud of swirling energy.
You cannot defeat me.
No, you cannot destroy me. I will destroy you. You are doomed.
I'm a great Dark Nebula.
I see. You've grown up.
Tails leaves.
We will be heading back. I'll be watching you closely.
Tails leaves.
How are you feeling?
I don't know, Mr. Puff.
In Security Hall, shouting.
You have betrayed the Academy! You must be punished!
What? What? Why would you betray him?
Shouting on the radio.
They have released the Dark Nebula on us. They're after us.
Tails is on the balcony. Shouting.
I will give an explanation. Shadow, your mind cannot allow that evil exists. You must obey orders from someone. Dance! Dance!
Oh, no! Ah! Escape pod to safety.
Roughing it up. Smiling.
But you were very wise, Mr. Shug, and you were very handsome, too.
Wait, who's next? Who? Who's who?
Oh, you're so cool on the pod. Oh wait, I cannot let someone die.
Person.
Amy, so just to catch everyone up, we had Shawnee Birdman there, as well as someone named Sophia, and also Kai, and also the healers. So that's who you heard there. Thank you for coming to our show.
Unintroduced.
Unintroduced, unestablished. It's perfect.
Assumed, really.
Assumed, honestly assumed. Amy arrives at Sonic's cell. Sonic pacing around in his cell and notices Amy.
You're an awful person. How did this happen?
Hey, Shadow. We have a rescue team up there. I must have misread.
Aye, it'll work. Please follow. I have good instructions and lots of gas and food for them to carry. Don't give these guys much space.
Holding a card.
Thanks, Mr. Super Mutant.
Killing Amy leaves Shadow shaken.
Where are they going?
I-
Oh. Look, maybe. Who's to say?
I think Amy died.
Yeah. The notes say it. We didn't see it happen, though.
Correct, yeah.
Amy died as she lived, irrelevantly.
Where are they going? Oh, Sonic? No time to panic at once. Just look for...
In White Jungle, Shadow is walking, holding his radio.
Hello, Shadow. You're still going along? Do you still get to play this game sometimes? Thanks.
Come now. Oh, sorry. Come now. If this game's not boring enough, I have no sense of where could possibly leave a bored Sonic out in this place. Now, back to that bad little brain. No doubt my own imagination is a poor guide. Now, get out before he catches up. The others think Sonic should go up there and find some friends in one spot while the boss fights another. That way, if his teammates can't take over and his friends help him find, I'll remember him a lot. Now go and find others who will give good help so Sonic can help them. The other villains will remember him forever if need be. That won't last No. Why is Sonic the enemy here? That's a whole other discussion. The Shadow, I remember better, was more in need of rescuing. Is that true? Sonic is fighting an AI of his making? How stupid is that? The Sonic we can still communicate. He doesn't have the time here with Shadow. Let Shadow's fight go out while Sonic uses Shadow and allies attack to defeat his foes.
Answer the question in chat. Kane, I did not pay for this. Do not worry.
I wish you did. Worth every penny.
I wish you did.
Absolutely worth every penny.
Doesn't matter how much you paid.
Yep,
Worth it.
correct. Shadow flips onto a branch in the jungle, and Sonic starts talking from off-screen.
A man! Sonic in the jungle with a mysterious man. I thought I'd never find him.
Who is he? Sonic, what have you done?
You've been looking for me.
The man that took my father's life. His name is Metal Sonic. He's the man who took Mr. Eggman's plans. He wants to rule the world. He's the evil mastermind behind this whole mess.
Shadow, I'm sorry. Mr. Eggman is my father, and he's trying to protect me. I'm sorry for not remembering you.
Oh, that's all right. I'm the enemy of evil. I'll save you. Get rid of Metal Sonic.
Shadow? Shadow? What are you doing here?
Sonic, thank goodness. Sonic, let's go. I'm after Metal Sonic.
Shadow climbs up a tree and jumps into the air.
Metal Sonic, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry, Shadow.
You don't mean I can run away, Sonic?
Oh, Sonic, I was just curious.
Sonic, I'm sorry. You're crazy. You mean to kill me? What's your name?
Sonic, what's your name? I'm Shadow.
I'm Shadow. I'm the Dark Sonic. That was a good name.
Shadow looks up at Sonic with eyes filled with fear.
Shadow, you're dead.
What do you think you're doing? You'll have to face me.
Shadow takes a bite of Shadow takes a bite of Sonic's body and begins to stab Sonic's brain.
Sonic, you're dead. I don't know if I can ever return. I know that you're the one who killed my friends.
Don't kill me, Shadow. I know for a fact that the Dark Sonic isn't my friend anymore.
So you see, how dare you murder me?
Sonic's eyes widen as he begins to stab Shadow in one of the most horrible ways he can think of.
Shadow! Shadow! What is it? You stabbed my friend in the back. You killed him, you fucking bastard!
Shadow, I'm the one who killed my friends. You killed me because you're a traitor. You killed me because you're a child. You killed me because you are a thief. You killed me because you've been with me all this time.
Sonic's mind shifts from killing Shadow to killing himself, and Shadow to killing Sonic once more.
Shadow, you're dead! You're dead!
Shadow's face turns red as he slowly falls off the ledge and falls to the ground. He is covered in blood, and some of the blood shards appear to have been scattered in his wounds and bones. It is unknown if he is unconscious or if he is dead.
I did kill Shadow. You killed me. You ruined my life. I killed Shadow to protect him. I killed Shadow to protect you. I killed Shadow to protect you. I killed Shadow to protect you.
Shadow looks at the floor as Sonic is bleeding from his wounds. The floor quickly turns blue over in agony as Shadow's hands, blood, and dust start to form around him. He is surrounded by bloodstains as he lies on the floor.
Shadow, I did everything. I just did nothing to save you. I did nothing to save you.
Shadow's eyes become very dark as he slowly starts to fall to the ground. His hands begin to glow red and his blood starts to flow just above his head. He appears to be unconscious, but he is still bleeding and his eyes are red with a white stain.
Shadow, you're dead! You're dead! You're dead. I killed you. I'm going to kill you until they kill me.
Sonic is lying on his side, dying from his injuries. He is surrounded by bloodstains while his eyes glow bright red and his blood starts to spread between his hands. He is screaming and his eyes are dark as a cloud of blood begins to flow.
Shadow, I kill you! I killed you all the way to...
Sonic stands up and looks at the floor. He falls to the floor, his hands starting to glow red and his blood starts to flow just above his head. He appears to be unconscious, but he is still bleeding and his eyes are black with a white stain in 2 locations. His left cheek between the ears from bleeding of multiple fractures. Enter Teddy Woodbury, twin-ganged assassin.
Sonic of my brothers/sisters from Black Mesa 2. Sonic has been stabbed to death for the last few decades to bring forth Sonic in the Black Mesa 3-axis combat experience. Sonic needs his own bloodstains. You have been chosen to be an honorary representative, so I offer nothing but...
A blue flame starts to rise above everyone and slowly dissipates, but still emits a yellow and orange glowing light in the upper distance near Sonic's feet before slowly dissolving as a glowing orb slowly goes towards Sam. The flame engulfs them instantly.
Whoa!
All the blood starts to fade into a blue void and Sonic looks up at Sam. His eyes are all red and his body has a hole in its chest. He falls onto the ground.
Sam?
Hey, Sonic.
Sonic starts to cry and screams in pain.
Sam!
Listen, Sonic.
Both Sonic and Sam start to sob.
What?
You had me.
Sonic and Sam fall onto the ground, sobbing.
What happened?
You broke my dad's heart.
Sonic and Sam cry. Cutscene of Sonic's death. Sonic is surrounded by corpses and falling debris, blood all over the ground. Sam stands up, still crying. Sonic turns back to his dead father.
Sonic.
All right. Well done. Okay, all right, everyone. Prepare all of your absolute butts for this last bit. Cut to front of the helicopter. The helicopters fly the runway, then leave the city towards Echidna Town before flying at warp to save themselves. Scene where the helicopter flies at warp to save themselves from destruction. The helicopter lands in a deserted area and explodes. The helicopter begins to take off again. Cut to a snowy road full of mountains, which lead to some trees scattered out across the valley and other places of quietness. In the hospital corridor.
Mr. Tails was supposed to return the DNA samples by tomorrow.
Ah, and you've left her the message, Mr. Toad.
He throws a brick at Tails' chair. Growls, his face lights up red. So sorry.
You'll get your revenge this time. You'll regret it.
Toad picks up and slams it on Dr. Wartomp, panting.
Foolish am I. Ah.
Toad grabs his face.
My fate, Warchomp, my destiny, for I am your father. I will take my revenge.
Smoke fills the room after Toad loses a fight. Toad falls to the floor where Dr. Wartomp and Toad face each other and knock each other out. Cut to an area with a large crowd. Dr. Wartomp holds a sign saying, "I'm sick of these kids." He sits down. Cut to the scene of a battle between the Wartomp brothers. Tails holds the spear to his brother.
You have nothing special to live for. I am the only Wartomp.
Really cute as your little buddy and sometimes look tough, but he's not gonna kill me.
Tails and Wartomp fight each other. They fall on the ground. A large chunk of Wartomp's face falls off. Tails grabs it. Cut to a large courtyard populated with animals filled with wild things.
Where did the kids go to school?
Aghast.
A school of Wartomps. All of them.
Cut to Wartomp looking off into the distance.
Where does this evil come off? Or where does this evil kid come off? That has to hurt a kid.
Cut to a crowd of children walking through the streets of Hoenn. They pass by Tails. Tails follows them.
Let me help you, kids. Please teach them to be more civil and not kill and eat your people like Wartomp likes to do.
Cut to an angry man walking about.
Why was someone walking behind my mother who I loved? The poor kid is dead to all appearances. Why must a good, young, what? Be sent by our nation's leader onto dangerous soil with his parents in hopes his safety will guarantee good luck? The people here look at his life. All my father knew of his son. All there knows of Toto comes that he got a reputation as War II killer from my younger days as Toto. No sooner does these young people say the right people will give away this valuable boy does his eyes light on these young fools from around Ohumville town looking from across those same rivers who want his mother in front and they want Toto's blood-soaked face. Why must a well-prepared youth go around hunting the killers of all people? Not only does an old boy go and talk, this man gets to have these old and poor youth. 1 minute after having your mother come here, the boy tells you his mother got you murdered. Hang up from Toe Tails. They go from beating his heart as I sit to thinking. The next thing the head girl of Matsushimonu is holding your arm at me, it tells you Tazaki doesn't. What are to go doing? Are these kids so afraid a father's daughter can be good? Matsu? Dantoshi look his mother up, and in all seriousness, they mustn't even think their kids need anything? The one here tells me how to handle yourself off at your parent company. Mondo is your friend, I trust you better. How to deal first-hand things this boy knows when we talk. There are times when I think you're a bad guy. My father's a very smart man. But he's a very good man. My little heart can wait. And I hope this story says at that. And so now to get to one end after the other, Matsu is still alive. In front of his parents, we see a young girl. She's a very pretty girl with long dark hair. She's really beautiful. She's so pretty. She tells me she's sorry for letting her dad go. She says her father is my best friend. She says she loves him all the same. She says, I know it doesn't matter what I do, but I still love him. She goes to her father and tells him I love her too. I say I'm sorry. She says I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. She says I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She says I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She says I'm sorry. She says I'm sorry. She says I'm sorry. We start to shake hands and we smile happily. She's crying and crying. She's mad, but she wants revenge on my father's murderers. But there came with me an idea as well. She wants to take revenge on her father for his suicide. I see that she's got her father's watch. She says it was brought for her too by another man. She says I was her father's best friend. And she's gonna get me.
And scene. The end.